Hi guys, from Pax Europiana here from Prague, from this most beautiful capital of Europe, which our president, Austrian president Mr. van der Bellen, on his visit, he has made very clearly, and I agree with him. First time since a long time I agree with him, and it's absolutely true. It's amazing. I want to talk now about Austria and Czech relations and what Austria can learn from the Czech Republic. It's about everything. Of course, Czech Republic, you must join the Eurozone because that's the way to be more united. This is something you can learn from this beautiful country, Austria, because we are of course in the Euro and it has helped, and to reach the next level of prosperity, that would be good. Also, of course, the Czech Republic is already in NATO. This is what we can learn as Austria from the Czechs, because they fully joined the West, and that was the right choice. Here they have also no rampant anti-Americanism like Austria, with this hateful pro-Russian extremists which are dominating our politics, unfortunately, and this kind of multifaceted anti-Americanism of the left and of the right, which is so shocking and leads us to this very anti-American pro-Russian policy in neutrality imposed on Austria by Stalin and the Soviet Union, still in place today. That must be overcome, and I'm confident here the Czechs will have little patience to die for the Austrians in NATO in case of defense, while the Austrians are sitting back in Vienna and happy to be not part of the responsibility framework of our alliance. This must change, and it will. I want to also say about energy politics, because for too long we have only criticized Temelin. Of course, you shouldn't import Russian nuclear and uranium. Of course, we should work with America and European technology. We should be more united. But this kind of emotional, irrational hate against nuclear industry, which we have in Upper Austria especially, must be overcome. I'm advocating for Upper Austria nuclear power next to Temelin in Freistadt, and for a 400 kV line to connect our two great nations, to keep them industrialized in climate change times and in the energy transition. That's very important, to have industrial cores in Europe in steel, chemicals and machinery, and in Upper Austria we have a lot of that. So we need to have the efficient infrastructure in energy, 400 kV in the motorway from Munich to Freistadt, to Zwettl, but also to Budovice. That's very important. A fast train service from Graz, Zagreb obviously, to Wels, to Linz, to Budweis, to Prague, and also to have a very clear joint management of this infrastructure and the resources. That is very good. I'm calling as well for the ICE, also for the Euro City train from Prague to Graz, to be continued to Ljubljana. Why not? And to do all these changes in the 10 networks in Europe to connect our two great nations in NATO, EU, also by efficient infrastructure. From Budovice to Zwettl, from Budovice to Linz. So basically 3 major infrastructure lines must be done on the highways, on the railways, on the energy side. And we should therefore be much more prosperous, and the wealth and prosperity of Central Europe may blossom under American-backed security in NATO, and of course deeper integration in the European Union. And no, nationalism is not the answer. Unity in Europe is the answer to the Russian aggression. That's what we can do, what we should do, and what we will do. I'm confident on that one. And Austria and the Czech Republic, together with the Slovaks, the Slovenians, and of course the Croatians, we have to also criticize the horrible wrong policy of Orban, and I'm calling again and again for Orban to be excluded from Visegrad 4 and Austria to be included in Visegrad. We are a Central European nation. We are not the second German state or whatever, a neutral Russian proxy in the middle, but take us in the V4, isolate the pro-Russian Orban, and take Austria into the network of the Central European states, and also Slovenia. You know, we should be more united in Central Europe. That's my long called for demand, and I make it here in this beautiful city of Prague again. For the taxation, we can learn a lot from the Czechs. They have done everything right in taxation. 15% flat tax. Of course, it's no longer a perfect taxation system because they have 19% of corporation tax and they have a super tax for the rich. But more or less, we have half the taxation level in personal income here in the Czech Republic compared to Austria and Germany. And why? This is why. 15% is enough. Also in corporation tax, I call for 15% for all European Union member and candidate countries. The candidate countries maybe just 10%. That would be the logic, and that's what I'm calling for. Thanks a lot, and more to come from Pax Europiana here from this amazing city I recommend to visit, and thanks a lot. More to come. Pax Europiana, visit Prague, and please, Czech Republic, stop accepting neutrality of Austria. It's evil, it's toxic. It's against morality, it's immoral, it's against European solidarity, and it must be ended now. Bye.